If the fact that hundreds of international students had their visas revoked in the spring of 2025 didn't strike you as problematic, then maybe it was the Fulbright scholar who was kidnapped off the street by masked ICE agents because of an op-ed she wrote, made you think a little bit harder about what's happening in our country. And if that didn't sink in, maybe the 10-year-old girl with cancer deported with her entire family last year tugged at your heartstrings. And if the 10-year-old with cancer didn't move you, maybe the months-long detention of Liu Yang, a Hmong refugee who was a dad, auto worker, president of a community organization, and caretaker of an elderly grandmother, changed your mind about the priorities of this federal administration. Thank you, by the way, to Governor Whitmer for issuing his pardon, and thankfully he is home with his family. And if Liu Yang's story didn't move you, maybe it was the story of a Trenton baseball dad. Jose was just dropping his son off at middle school when he was arrested by agents with guns drawn. And if Jose's story didn't move you, maybe Ernesto's story might move you. He was just 3 years old when his parents brought him to America. He's a construction worker. His wife is a United States citizen, and they have a 1-year-old daughter named Mia. He has legal work authorization and is a former DACA recipient who has a pending legal permanent residency application. But he is detained up in Baldwin after being picked up by agents in unmarked cars while on the way to his work site. He was not able to celebrate Christmas with his family like we did. And if Ernesto's story doesn't move you, maybe the story of multiple Detroit high school students who are all seeking legal asylum might. Curly, Anthony, Moore, and Santiago are asylum seekers from Venezuela or Senegal and are praised by their teachers and are missed by their peers. One's a baseball star, 2 worked at Chili's. And if the high school students didn't change your mind, maybe the data point after data point after data point about how the vast majority of ICE detainees, for example, 87% of the people at North Lake Processing Center in Baldwin have 0 criminal history, made you question the rhetoric coming from the White House. And if the truth about the data just doesn't matter to you, maybe the images of an elderly Hmong American man, a United States citizen, being taken out of his Minnesota home in the cold, in his underwear and a child's blanket by ICE, struck you as problematic. And if Mr. Tao didn't move you, maybe the murder of Renee Good might have. She was in her own neighborhood looking out for her fellow community members, and she was shot in the face at point-blank range, and the federal government has thus far failed to hold anyone accountable. And if Renee's murder didn't move you, maybe seeing 5-year-old Liam detained in Minnesota by ICE and cruelly used as bait made you think about the terror that ICE is inflicting on children younger than my own. And if seeing Liam with his big blue hat didn't make you pause, maybe the murder of Alex Preddy, an ICU nurse for our nation's veterans who was trying to protect a woman and who was disarmed of a firearm he was legally carrying and then inexplicably shot several times while on the ground, has shaken you. Maybe you've finally been struck with the realization that ICE is not making us safer, they are endangering us. What I know is this: Michiganders, Minnesotans, and Americans are fed up. They see families being ripped apart. They see the inhumanity of what is happening. They see the danger that an unaccountable, out-of-control agency has put us all in. And they are demanding change. It's time to deliver. Thank you.